comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
This camera is a bit higher than I would like it to be. I'm going to scoot this chair over to the center. So I'm right here and sitting down because this is going to be a long video. And I have just around me, I'm surrounded by DVDs. Mostly DVDs. I don't buy Blu-rays because they're more expensive. Like, I watch movies in the car. So buying a DVD is easier because I can also watch it in the car. I have a curtain right here actually because there's an entire area back there. And there's a lot of echo back there. And I don't want that echo. So I just have a curtain covering it right now. Maybe I'll put something there. I don't know. Maybe I'll put some more audio panels back there. But I have a lot of areas for DVDs. Also VHS. Some Blu-rays, but mostly DVDs. So I have one VHS pile. I have another VHS box. I have DVD pile 1, DVD pile 2, movies that I don't care about, or actually one of these in there I care about, whatever. The greats, and then I have a Blu-ray. I'm going to start with the Blu-ray, because that's some good stuff here. Okay, I'm just going to go through each movie, kind of short review them, because, boy, that would be long if I literally gave like my out of 10 rating for every single one. First, we have The Avengers. I have a movie review for this one on the channel. Love this movie. One of the better Marvel movies, probably my top 5. Good one. I am ashamed to not actually have seen the Bourne Adam. The only Bourne movie I haven't seen besides the new garbage ones, I've seen, I'll talk about them later actually. Haven't seen Bourne Adam. Eliminatum. We'll watch it. This is just a list of movies I haven't seen. I actually haven't seen The Great Gatsby as well. I love DiCaprio, but I've never seen Great Gatsby. I'm going to need a spot for Blu-rays I've already done. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Here's one I've seen. Love this. Still not my favorite of the Mission Impossibles, but great action movie at the same time. So check that one out. Ready Player One. I feel like I could have spent my money a bit better. When I bought this, I liked it a lot more. It's not like it's bad now, but it's not the best movie. It has way too many logical flaws, but still is an enjoyable time. So whatever. Here's a good one. Logan. R-rated, violent, brutal. I have a review for this one as well. Glorious. Best X-Men. Love this one. Spider-Man Homecoming, another great Marvel movie. Very charming, very entertaining. I liked Far From Home more. I will buy that one on Blu-ray, but still, love this one. Here's a better Mission Impossible film. Love this movie. Entertaining, thrilling, has the style more than Ghost Protocol had. Not my favorite because I like Fallout more, but heck yeah, this is an awesome one. This is one I have seen. I have seen Supremacy. Don't quite remember it because it's been a couple years, but when I just remember it being good. I just remember it being very good. Don't love this movie. I have it because I bought it when I loved it because I used to really love this movie. I don't love it. Still is a fun watch. This one's really good. This is one of the best spy movies of all time. I remember this one pretty well. Simplistic, at the same time really entertaining. Matt Damon's awesome. This is an amazing movie. And then final one, everybody's going to hate me. Yes, I own The Force Awakens. Love this movie to my grave. One of the best Star Wars. Entertaining from this is the most fun a movie can get. I've seen this movie a million times. I love it. Okay, I'm going to have to reorganize those Blu-rays real quickly. Okay, I'm going to do my VHS box. This is a huge box, and I haven't seen everything in it, so fair warning. Fantasia. I'm actually not going to look at the book. I'm just going to grab something from it. Fantasia, amazing work of art. Beautiful. Fantastic. I know I could sell this for a lot of money. I actually kind of want to sell this, like... That's a nice quality VHS there. Great movie. Work of art. Amazing. I don't know where to put this. Frick. Just put VHS back there. Pinocchio. I watched this movie very recently, actually, because I'm trying to watch every Disney film very slowly. I love this movie. Actually, it's a bit generous. I like it a lot. It's got its problems. Not the most memorable Disney movie, but hey, Jiminy Cricket's the best. It's entertaining. It's a good watch. Watched this one recently too. Original Disney film, lovable in every way, beautiful, very entertaining. It's dated, sure, but yeah, it's so dated, it's timeless. There, that's my thing. Tarzan. Haven't seen this movie in a very long time. It's good. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't want to say too much because I haven't seen it in a long time. I freaking adore the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I even have Winnie the Pooh the Gang up there. I just realized Piglet fell. You've seen that in the reviews. Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh is a marvelous movie. Great stories. It's Winnie the Pooh the best. If you've only seen Christopher Robin for Winnie the Pooh, you're just not a real fan. You can consider yourself a fan if you've just seen Christopher Robin. Just make sure you see this movie because it's great. Mulan, absolutely awesome movie. Frick Disney for remaking it. I ain't seeing it. I'm gonna go to Biff instead. That's a film festival. Yeah, great movie. Very entertaining. Very well made. Dragon is hilarious, Disney. It is. Don't get rid of it. Idiots. Actually, it'd probably suck. It'd probably look awful. Haven't seen this one. I know I'm a horrible human being. I've never gotten down to watching that one. Same with this one. There it is, Hunchback. Never seen it. I know a lot about it, but never seen it. I feel bad for not seeing these movies, but I know they're good movies. I know they are. Robin Hood. It's good. It's the best Robin Hood adaptation we have and probably ever will get. Entertaining and cute. It's also the prequel to Zootopia. It is. I bet you it is. Never seen this one as well. Pocahontas. I don't want to see it. I will. I just hear it's bad. Or just bland. So, whatever. I'm just going to grab a random one. Oh, it's Dumbo. Love this movie. It's really underrated. I watched it before watching the new awful remake. Incredibly cute, entertaining, very quick watch. Watch it, definitely. I've seen this one in years. A lot of people really hate this movie. I think it's fine. Not great, but it's got its cute moments. It's got some cats, so, cats are cute, so I hate it. This one's a fun watch. Remake is actually pretty close to the quality of this. Not great. It's narratively a mess. But, it is definitely an entertaining watch. Definitely not something boring. Great one as well. I haven't seen it in a while. Got a lot of these movies I just haven't seen in a while. I think I've seen Sleeping Beauty. I think I have. All I know is from Maleficent. I've watched Maleficent recently, that's why. Not seeing their sequel, not at all. I don't know much from it, at least. I just remember it being another Disney movie. Don't hear this one's as amazing as the other ones. But this is the Masterpiece Edition. Let's see how, this isn't the most quality case. Yeah, this is great actual tape in here. I could sell this for, $50, so I might want to. Because I'm probably never going to watch it besides making this video. Lady and the Tramp, I will watch this remake because I plan on buying the service. Great movie as well. A lot of these movies are just good to me. It's going to get very repetitive because I only like these movies. Here's a masterpiece of a film. I know everybody loves The Lion King, but this is easily the best Disney movie. Far and away. Nothing compares. Phenomenal. Masterpiece in every form of the word. I immediately fell in love with this movie after I hated the new one. Beautiful movie. I love The Lion King. I actually have a kind of cool story with The Lion King. I might tell you about it later when I show you it again because I have a lot of copies of it. Bambi. Good. I don't have anything else to say. I haven't seen it in a while as well. Beauty and the Beast. Masterfully amazing. Beautifully. Beautiful. Good. Not the best Disney movie, but it's great anyway. It's got iconic scenes and it's beautiful. Oh, I do have it. I have the version. Y'all know the thing that they did? The horrible mistake on this case. If you don't know what it is, please don't look it up. It's really bad. I actually have them with the unedited version of it where it's there. That is weird. I don't know why that's there. It's a good movie. I don't know why that's there. I don't know why I own this. Never watched it in my life. I don't know when I'll watch it. And then our final movie is Cinderella. Not here. This one's good. I mainly just know it because I've heard the story a million times, but hey, it's a good movie. It's a good movie, and we are 10 minutes through. And I've barely scratched the surface of how many of these have. Now let me reorganize all these. Next one, I'm going to do my second VHS pile. 2 of them. This one's way shorter. And it's not all VHS. I have another thing in here that I've never watched. It is the 5-hour extended edition of The Battle of the Five Armies, the worst Middle-earth movie. I like it. It's okay. It's not the best. I've not watched this because I just don't feel like watching that for just kind of a good movie. It's a good movie, just not the greatest thing ever. I'm nicer to The Lord of the Rings because I just like it in general. I just like, It's visually beautiful. The CGI is cool. There's a lot of cool action. This is not an amazing movie, but everybody who hates it only hates it because it's connected to Lord of the Rings. So if this wasn't Lord of the Rings, it would be a lot more loved. Don't love it, but this is a dang cool case. It's just, I thought I was buying a Hobbit trilogy, and then I found I was just buying a Battle of the Five Armies 5-hour edition, which I just don't feel like watching. Amazing movie. Finding Nemo is a beautiful, amazing movie. Have a review up for it. Don't feel like talking about it very much beyond that. Lion King, again, already talked about it. Amazing, great, emotionally gripping. That's all I'm saying. Mary Poppins. Never watched it. I claim ignorance for never watching it. Toy Story 2, great sequel. Perfect. There's also Toy Story here. Toy Story is great. Toy Story 2 is better. I'm just saying. Toy Story 2 is a better sequel. Toy Story is not a sequel. But Toy Story 2 was able to take the original and just add on to it. Do what a sequel should do. Now, I think a lot of people have watched 2 and then just thought, it's not as good as the original because they just have that mindset set. But, I'm just going to tilt this a bit down, actually. It might be better. A lot of people just don't like the movie inherently. I think it deserves a lot more praise. Now we're going to go to DVD pile number 1. So this one's going to have a lot more just fun movies on it. Or just movies I bought. Blu-ray. First, actually, I'm going to start with a couple of MCU films here. Because this is a huge stack. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay. I only bought it because Marvel. I haven't seen this one in a while. I like it a lot. It's entertaining. It's cool. It's a good Star Trek film, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know how much I can review it. By the way, I know I've really gone down on this movie a lot, and I like it a lot less than I did, and I regret putting it on honorable mentions for the best of the year. It doesn't even deserve that. But watch Karsten Rundquist's review of it. Just watch that. It will quite make this movie actually a bit better. All your problems with how it's not emotionally gripping or how it's just entertaining, that's all it was. Just watch his review. And for some reason, I just liked the movie more after that. Perfect. Awesome movie. Infinity War is great. Entertaining the entire way through. Smooth pacing. Great action. Phenomenal villain. I haven't bought Endgame yet. I think I'm actually going to wait for Christmas, and I'm just going to buy like this huge load of just 2019 DVDs. You might see some 2019 DVDs here. Actually, I don't think I've bought any. I'm going to buy a bunch soon, because I can. I did good through a haul for my birthday. I bought a couple for my birthday, but yeah. Very entertaining watch. Infinity War is great. Not as great. Still an entertaining watch, certainly, but it's like, just good. It's just a Marvel movie, entertaining Marvel movie, and I think that this movie gets way too much hype. It was the movie of 2018, but wasn't the best at all. Not even close. Not also the best. This is great. I like this movie a lot. I really do. I think it has good action, good character. It's a good sequel, nonetheless. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. That's all I'm going to say. I should get water for this. I love this movie. This is one of the best MCU movies. It's entertaining, has great character development. Putting these two, it gives a great conflict to it, way better than something like Batman versus Superman. This is just the best. This is literally the best Civil War we could have gotten, because that's a hard story to make, but they did it well. And I love the color palette of the movie, or at least I love the color palette of this poster. At least it's just I love that. I love that case. It's so good. I just love it. Hilarious. What a blast. What an entertaining watch. Seen it like 20 times. I've actually gone kind of sick of it. I watched it so much. But it's very funny. I quote it all the time. I haven't watched this movie on DVD yet. I bought this back in May. Still haven't watched it just because I don't buy a lot of movies on DVD because I don't rewatch movies as much as I watch new ones, because I'm like, I could watch a new movie I've never seen rather than just rewatch a film I've already seen. Love this movie. I think it's better than the first. Great sequel. Adds on to the first one. I don't really care for a 3, but we're getting one, I think. So yeah. Engaging, emotional, gripping, and entertaining. Yeah, sure, I would agree with that. It's a very good movie. It's very epic. A lot more bland than this one, but great. Creed is awesome. Great Rocky movie. I haven't seen dang Rocky. I'm sorry. I've only seen Creeds. I love the Creed movies, by the way. This is a great movie. It's really good. It's just, I feel like Creed 2 connected with me better. Just saying. So it's not that much better, but I like it more. Okay. I'm not going to talk much about this one. I've said my opinion already without bear. I've made a review a while ago, crappy review, but like it was like this movie came out 1 week after this channel started, so you know it's like not the best review. I want to see if I can make the entire site just because I can. I like it a lot. I love this movie. Don't want to talk too much about it because I will definitely talk about this in my ranking of Star Wars. I think it's very ambitious, in a good way. I think it does take some leaps that I don't feel very comfortable with, but in the end, hey, what really can you do? It's not the worst. It's certainly a good movie. Just, got some issues here and there, but I really love it. I'm just gonna take all three of these bad boys out. I love all three. Best. I'm just gonna do it like this. The number one best trilogy ever made. No trilogy has gone 100%. All the way across the board. All 100%. Great movies. Please see Lord of the Rings if you haven't. I really feel bad for you if you haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Spider-Man 2! Every day I like this movie more. Basically. A year ago thought it was fine. I thought it was kind of boring because the first time I watched it I didn't care about romance. I just wanted action. And then I rewatched this before seeing Far From Home, and yeah, I love it. It's phenomenal sequel. Makes Tobey Maguire human. Far better than 3. I hate 3. It's a really bad movie. I kind of want to talk about 3 more in depth. Maybe one day I will. But who doesn't love this sequel? This is one of the best sequels ever made. Batman Begins is a great beginning for the Dark Knight trilogy. Phenomenally well directed. The color palette isn't the best, kind of ugly. But it's fantastic, emotional, and genuinely gripping. Gripping's a very good word to use for these. I'd agree with that. But still not the best in the trilogy, and I am just one of those people who loves this movie more than that one. Because, say what you want, say that, it doesn't make sense how he'd make it back to the city in time. Doesn't really, it's a flawed movie. Yeah, it feels rushed. Say what you want, but I cannot deny the heights this movie hits of being one of the best conclusions ever made. I don't like it. I don't like it more than The Dark Knight, but who really does like this more than The Dark Knight? I know people do, but I don't agree with you if you do. You can. I guess you can have whatever opinion you want, but I don't see that. Sorry. I know there are people who do agree, but frick, this is such a huge pile. Yeah, I'll get that later. Yeah. Pile number 3 or whatever. This is a good one. This is a lot more just DVDs. I think there are some more animated films here. It started off with Ratatouille. If you haven't seen Carson Runquist's theory on how this is the prequel to Endgame, definitely watch that. Great movie. Haven't seen it in a while. I'm claiming ignorance to seeing this movie recently. But hey, who doesn't love Ratatouille? Phenomenal animation. Beautiful movie. Beautiful. It's emotionally engaging while at the same time just being funny and good. Dang it, I love this movie. God dang it, I love it. Love this one as well. Can't talk much about it. It's great. It's another Pixar movie. Same with this one. Just great Pixar. Same with this one and this one. Not Cars 2. Just no. Love these movies. Really cool concept. Beautiful visuals. Great movies. I have almost the same review for them. That was funny. I just dropped it and it flipped another disc up. It was weird. I just plopped that sucker back up there while I talk about Cars 2. I don't like this movie. Like most people. I don't like it. I grew up with it. That's the thing. It's this is the most. If you wanted to get my childhood and murder it, you probably not Cars 2 because I don't actually like this movie. You might want to get Thomas. Sorry, I loved Thomas as a little kid. It's not weird. Everybody loved Dora as a little kid. I loved Thomas. I actually liked Dora too as a kid. Didn't like the new movie. I love this movie as a kid. I think it's bad now, but yeah, it somewhat has a soft spot for me. It's bad. It's actually really boring. But you'll actually notice I have my 2 collector's editions that I bought in New York City 10 years ago up there. Right around the set. Next time you watch one of my videos, you'll see them. Phenomenal third chapter. Masterpiece. Don't have much more to say. I love it. This poster, though, it's not, I can't find it online. Like, I could find, oh, this is a horrible case. Like it's damaged. Like, dang it, that's a bad, there's no disc in a lot. Most of these cases actually don't have a disc in them. I have them separated. Because all these discs are in the background. I want to have the discs available. So I don't have to run downstairs into a closet to grab them. This is such an underrated film. Not a great Pixar film. Sure, it's one in the lower half. Definitely one of the worst, but it's great. Anyway, I love this movie. I grew up with it at the same time, so there is some bias there, but who doesn't love it? Matrix. Don't love this movie as much as most people do. It has a freaking, like, cool case. Like, frick me, that's an awesome case. Frick me for not loving this movie. I don't quite see what makes this film better than, like, John Wick. I think John Wick, all three John Wicks I like more than this. But, still an entertaining watch. Definitely. I got both of these in one, which is just a great combo pack. Do I have the discs in them? Don't know. You know, I might actually have to take a break because I might have other stuff to do. But I'm just going to end right here. This will be one video. I'm going to go now. And you'll continue to see me go through this on Godzilla, Pacific Rim. Just really dumb movies. I like Godzilla more, but Pacific Rim's cool too. I like Godzilla more because of Godzilla. And yeah. And then we have the next movie right now. Alright, so 2 updates now. 1, I didn't actually end up watching a movie. I didn't know what to watch. Actually, I did. I was going to watch that Clone Wars movie, but it actually is not on Netflix. It's actually not on Netflix anymore. So, I didn't watch it. Now we're back here. Let's continue with the stack. And now I've just stopped organizing them, because my brother came in here, got a new chair in here, so just half of this video is one chair and the other half has the other. And he came in and he basically ruined everything. And he completely ruined my organization. So now I'm just winging it. So now I just have like Blu-rays and discs. Let's talk about some more discs. Starting with where we were, actually. I have perfectly 3 new piles of discs because there's so many of them. First pile, we're back here. I love this movie a lot. I don't think it's amazing. I think it's incredibly entertaining. But I don't think it's a masterpiece. Did not need a bunch of sequels. But it's still entertaining, fun watch. Probably would give it like a 4 out of 5. Not a bad movie. And then we just got Phantom Menace. I'll just talk about Phantom Menace. I will review this movie later this year in my ranking of Star Wars. Yeah, I don't like this one at all. Like most people, I don't. It's boring, cringy, annoying, horribly dated. It's pointless to the story overall. Everybody's seen it. Everybody hates it mostly. I think it's garbage. I don't watch it. If you haven't seen it, you're lucky. It's a bad movie. Not as bad. I think a lot of people say this one's a lot worse than Phantom. I quite disagree. I don't think it's like that much better. I'd still both probably give them like a 3 out of 10. But Attack of the Clones had a lot more. There were a couple moments in the film where I thought, alright, that's cool. Alright, that's okay. There are a lot more moments in this movie where it's way more cringy and even hilarious sometimes. I just don't think... I feel like we kind of give this one a bit too bad of a rap. But, you know what? I actually want to take that back. I actually think this is garbage. I don't like this one either. I think a lot of people really overinflate. This is a really overrated movie because it's not actually very good. It's like, yeah, it has some cool action. It has some cool concepts. The acting sucks. The dialogue sucks. The animation is dated. And it's just stupid a lot of the time. It has a lot of the prequels problems, but it does have a lot of the things the prequels don't. In quality terms, I still think this is just a mediocre film. This movie's not at all mediocre. I'm holding them at this angle now because there's no reflection. Searching is a genuine, awesome movie. Incredibly well executed, incredibly well made, not cringy. Some people might disagree, but I don't think this movie's cringy at all. Incredibly riveting, incredibly entertaining, hilarious, funny, but mostly just intense and kind of disturbing. Fantastic movie. Definitely watch it. This one's also pretty great, too. As a horror movie, it's not the best. It's not scary at all, but it is intense. The tension is very well built up. The first 20 minutes of this are very good. They are just so quiet, so peaceful. And there are, like, some very intense scenes. My only problem with it is that there's CGI in it that looks really fake. But other than that, pretty great horror movie, I would say so. More actually thriller. So we already talked about Spider-Man 2, now we're talking about Spider-Man, how consistent. I really like this movie. It's a great origin story. It's not mind-blowing, not anything amazing, but it has the origin of Spider-Man, does it well, does it good. Tobey Maguire's awesome. I love this movie. Don't love it as much as the other ones. I only own this because I was a kid when this came out. This is one of those childhood classics for me. I don't think it's very good. It's not the worst, but the humor's bad. The animation's god-awfully good. The designs suck. It's so ugly. It's a really lazy movie. It's not the worst because I have some nostalgia for it, but yeah, not very good. Most mediocre Star Wars movie besides Revenge of the Sith. This one and Revenge of the Sith are the only ones I might call mediocre. I like this movie fine. It's like got some cool action, space battles. You got a okay performance from what's his name? Alden Ehrenreich. Woody Harrelson is in it, I guess. There's nothing really amazing about this movie besides maybe some CGI. It's fine. It's entertaining. It's a good sci-fi action movie. That's that stack. Stack of DVDs number 2. This is like the best. This has some masterpieces in it, this stack. Which is actually why I'm not going to do it. I'm going to do this like very small stack of 4 right here. Which only has kind of forgettable films. Like this god-awful case. Look how damaged that is. This is the only Muppet movie I own. By the way, I love the Muppets. Hilarious. Great. This movie's great. I've not seen Muppets 2012, I think. I'm sorry I haven't. I think that's why a lot of people don't like this, because they're like, Muppets 2012 was really genuine and really like heartfelt and kind of revived Muppets, and then this kind of just comedy came out. But it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite movies in a comedy. It's like one of the best comedies of all time, in my opinion. It's so quotable. It's so well timed. I think this movie's hilarious. I think it's great. I think people don't like it enough. This is the best Dr. Seuss adaptation that will ever come out. Like, nothing will ever beat this movie. Not that it's very good. It's not the best thing ever, but it's got some good animation, some funny jokes. So it's not great, but who really cares? By the way, I made a reference to this yesterday. I think I'm the first person in 2019. I own this for a lot. I own a lot of children's movies. That's the way it is. I own a lot of kids' movies. This one included. I loved this movie as a kid. Now, it's okay. It's very forgettable, but it's very... There are a lot of actually times in the film, like a lot of time in real life, I'll just quote the film, and I'm like the only person on the planet that ever quotes this movie. It's not the worst. It's okay. This one's far from okay. It's a genuine freaking action masterpiece. I've expressed my love for Fallout time and time again. 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Thrilling from scene 1 to the closing scene. Absolute blast. One of the best of 2018. This is amazing. This is like the best a Mission Impossible film can be. And by the way, Mission Impossible film can be really great because this is perfect. This is perfect. This is a good example of a perfect film. I don't have any problems with it. Now we get to the next stack of DVDs, which these are all amazing. These are all just perfect movies. To start it out, Catch Me If You Can, Spielberg, DiCaprio. I love that post. That's so good. Spielberg, DiCaprio, what a great movie. Probably very close, maybe my favorite Spielberg movie. I think Jurassic Park is better still, but you got this amazing movie. So funny, really entertaining, really well paced, just enjoyable, really well made, fun time. You haven't seen Catch Me If You Can, you're just wasting your time. This is such an entertaining film. By God, watch Catch Me If You Can if you haven't. I've seen Spider-Verse at this point. I praised this movie to my grave. I've seen this film 5 times now. That's kind of crazy for a movie that came out almost in 2019. Oh my God, what a masterpiece. This has become my favorite movie of 2018, far and away. I think it's the best. This might be my favorite animated movie, guys. I mean it. I love this movie. Like, from every second of this movie. This is a technical masterpiece. Freaking amazing. Okay, yeah, here's another contender for best animated film. My favorite Pixar movie is Incredibles. A lot of people agree. Amazing action, amazing messages. Really, some of the strongest characters in cinema. Some of the most quotable lines. some of the coolest action moments, one of the best scripts of all time. Amazing. Best Pixar film, far and away. Best film, far and away. So I feel sometimes kind of wrong when I say The Dark Knight is my ultimate favorite film, because that is a very popular opinion. Then I think about the film. I think about Heath Ledger's phenomenal performance. I think about the gritty feel. I think about the action. I think about the suspense. And yeah, this is the best movie of all time. This is the #1 king. I love this movie. I think everybody does. It is the definition of a masterpiece. Oh my god, I love this movie. This is the definition of a classic. Well, I don't think this movie has like one of the best screenplays of all time per se. It's easily in my 10. Maybe, I don't know if I think I might say it's in my 10 favorite films of all time. Jurassic Park. I don't know if you could actually tell. I think you could tell it's Jurassic Park. Love it. Obviously, I love it. It's my favorite Spielberg. It's easily 10 out of 10. So, well, magical. Magical is the term I'm really looking for. No other Jurassic Park film was nearly the quality of this, and I think everything they made after that was mediocre. Besides Jurassic Park 3 and Fallen Kingdom, which are both garbage. Unlike this, I've only seen this, Indiana Jones. I haven't seen... Oh, no, I've seen Temple of Doom, sorry. I like Temple of Doom, fine. I haven't seen Last Crusade or Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I will watch them before 5 comes out. I love this movie. It is the perfect example of adventure. Has probably the best opening sequence of all time. Like, it sets up everything well, being entertaining, being exciting, and has an amazing screenplay. One of the best actors of all time, Harrison Ford. One of the best performances of all time. One of the best, why don't I just say characters? One of the most quotable characters. One of the most iconic characters. That's the term. Amazing theme. Amazing. And then the final of the greats is the Lego Movie. Since my review back in February, this has crawled up to be probably up there as one of the best films of all time. There is not a single thing wrong with this movie. This is amazing. This literally took this is the best a Lego movie can be. This is my favorite of 2014 easily. I think I like it more than both Interstellar and Winter Soldier. Surprising. 10 out of 10 masterpiece. Okay, that was a lot of masterpieces. Now let's get into the final section, which is just some Blu-rays. Yeah, there's some pretty greats in here. We'll start with one that, I'm just going to really have to go through this review. This is just Harry Potter. Every Harry Potter movie. Besides Crimes of Grindelwald. I'm just going to go through. Sorcerer's Stone. I like it a lot. It's charming. It's good. It's a good start. Okay? We actually in school analyzed the story of Monoheroism or something. I'm forgetting the title. It's the story. It's the big guidelines that Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, and this follow of a hero. Forgetting the name of it. Whatever. We analyzed this in school today. Chamber of Secrets, good. Not nearly as good as Sorcerer's Stone. I think it's probably the worst. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of go through them. I love Prisoner of Azkaban. There's one. God dang, Prisoner of Azkaban's awesome. If you haven't seen Azkaban, ooh boy, you need to watch it. Great movie. Goblet of Fire is also great. Doesn't get enough credit. Order of the Phoenix is a lot better than I think it gets credit for. Probably 4 out of 5 for me. Really, I like that movie a lot. Half-Blood Prince is more mixed than the other ones. It's really kind of forgettable. The plot is way more forgettable than the other ones, but still good. Deathly Hallows Part 1, pretty great stuff. I don't know if I'd call it amazing. My brother loves Deathly Hallows Part 1. He freaking loves it. And I don't exactly love it. I really like it. I think it's very entertaining. And I think it's a good setup. And it kind of does. It's an entertaining story. One of the better scripts of Harry Potter. And yeah, y'all know my opinion on Part 2, Deathly Hallows. One of the best films of all time. Epic. It's like the Endgame. But this came out like I'll have 7 years before Endgame. It gave me the feeling Endgame did. And then we have Where to Find Them, which can be forgotten by every human. Because, by God, nobody remembers that movie. And, yeah, Chamber of Secrets is nearly 3 hours. I think that's ridiculous, but okay. So I think that Azkaban, or what is it? Azkaban? No, it's not Azkaban. Wait, hold up. Azkaban is way too short. That's what I was gonna say. That's my only issue with that movie. We've moved on from Harry Potter. Now we're on to the most underrated, one of the most underrated Pixar films of all time. Dang it, I really like this movie. I really like it. I think it's a great sequel, a prequel at the same time of just being an entertaining film. It's not great per se. It has issues, definitely. Like there are definitely a lot of things in the film. My hair. There's a lot of times in the film where I thought, okay, that's kind of dumb, or okay, but it's not nearly as like amazing as the first one. But hey, what do you want out of a? Oh my God, my hair sucks right now. What do you really want out of a Pixar sequel? You want this entertainment. Not nearly as entertaining as the masterpiece of Mad Max Fury Road. I've said it once, I'll say it again. This is one of the best action films ever made. Everybody said it. Who doesn't love Fury Road? If you don't love Fury Road, you are wasting your time. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. For those that are my age and can't watch R-rated films, know this film, I think there's probably a pretty good PG-13 cut, because I think there's like a blood splatter in it, and there's some nudity, like one nude shot and like a blood splatter. I think that's all there is. It's completely insane. It's complete madness, complete filmmaking genius. This is the exact opposite in the sense of madness. This is Blade Runner 2049 is far from being crazy madness, but it's very relaxed, very calm, very engaging, riveting. And I haven't seen the first one, and even when this one didn't make sense because I hadn't seen the first one, I was still just riveted by the visuals and the acting. The visuals are the best thing about this movie. I think everybody agrees on that, because like what the visuals do is they just encapsulate this world and make it feel real. Like this movie takes a hold of its budget and uses it so well. It feels so real. Like I didn't feel ever like it was fake. And at the same time, amazing performances, a really great script. I didn't really say that. It's amazing script. Phenomenal script. It has emotion in it. It's a great sequel. Even though I haven't seen the first one, I don't really know how I can judge this as a sequel. I can judge this as a film, and as I judge it as a film, it's a goddamn masterpiece. So is Third Lion King. Yeah, I own this on Blu-ray. This is the one I actually watch sometimes. This is the one I watched. I bought this right before I went to this playing of The Lion King last July. Yeah, great movie. I've already talked about it. 6th favorite film of all time. This film's not close to being the 6th favorite film of all time. I own this because I loved this movie a while ago. I was such a fan of this. This is an awful case, but it's like, here we go. This is like one of the few ones that actually has the disc in it. Despicable Me 2. Not the best. Pretty, sometimes funny. Not the worst humor ever. But script-wise, really lazy. So I think this is not the worst. Probably around a 3 out of 5. But I never watched that movie again. Star Wars Trilogy. So I don't think I really need to critique this. It's amazing. Empire Strikes Back is one of the best films of all time. I've been considering putting it at my top. It's number 2, really close to number 1. Oh my god. Yeah, there's nothing in here actually. It's just this. This is a beat up case. I love everything about these movies. Who doesn't love Star Wars? I love it. It's the very first franchise I ever got super attached to and was loving it. I love the mythology of those movies. Who doesn't love Star Wars? It means a lot to me. Inception also means a lot to me. Not as much, but Christopher Nolan masterpiece. Riveting visually. God, the visuals. Goodness, this movie is visually awesome. Script-wise, it's amazing. It's beautiful. Don't know if I'd call it, like, deep, but great watch besides that. Because the visuals, mainly. Okay, that's everything. I think so. I think I've covered every single DVD I own that I've watched. Like, upstairs, there's, like, this box of movies that my parents own. Never seen, like, any of them. Like, I've heard of them. Like, there's 300 Gladiator. What else is there? She's the Man is in there. There's just some really weird movies in there that I've heard of, and I'm like, oh, I would never want to watch that. Like 17 Again is in there. Super 8 is in there. Never watched Super 8. Didn't put it in this video. I didn't actually go. I could have gone through these DVDs and thought, which ones have I not seen? Because I hadn't seen Great Gatsby or Born Eliminatum. But I didn't feel like it. So now I have to put all these discs back to their original and rightful spots. But hey, great movies. That was a lot of great. Yeah, and I didn't love every movie I talked about. There is a disc I didn't show. I don't know where it is anymore. I own Planes on DVD. I really hate myself for that. But I own Planes on DVD. That was my VHS, Blu-ray, and DVD haul. That's everything I have. I plan to buy more in the future. Probably you won't see them much. I might in videos just go, hey, look, I bought Endgame. I bought what was that? Far From Home. I bought, not going to buy Captain Marvel. Definitely not. Like when Christmas rolls around, I'll get a huge haul of new Blu-rays and DVDs. I don't buy Blu-ray. You might be wondering, okay, so he has a lot of DVDs because it was before Blu-rays were popular, and he just has DVDs because of that. That's part of the reason, but you might have also noticed that I had like Infinity War on DVD and Black Panther on DVD and Spider-Verse on DVD. It is actually because DVDs are just better to me. Like, I might not get the highest quality, but I'm still getting the movie. Like, if I buy your DVD, I'm not watching your movie for the first time. I'm watching it for, like, second or third time. Like, most of the movies I'm buying nowadays are movies I saw in the theater earlier in the year. So, and DVDs I can also play in the car because I take, like, I'm, like, in the car for hours every summer. So, I like to have movies I can play. Most DVD players in cars can't play Blu-rays. So they gotta play DVDs. So I buy DVDs for that, and they're cheaper. I don't get the praise behind Blu-rays. Like, I bought my Infinity War disc. I watched Infinity War on Not the Best TV. I had a good time watching Infinity War because I had already seen it. So I don't need to watch it 4K Ultra. I just don't see it. Like, I think quality of things are overpraised. I know. Like, I got a phone. Like 720, like I think pixels on a phone bother me a bit more. Like I need if you're not 720 pixels, I can't watch your videos. A couple of people are like 480 and 360, but I do 720. Everybody should do 720. So I think that's everything I got. Yeah, I'll buy more in the future. I almost thought about going through my background and literally showcasing everything, but a lot of it's just like, look, here's this. This is a thing. This is another thing. So yeah. I love my new background. I love this blue. It's awesome to me. I'll get more audio panels up. So this background, I don't think I'll be using this background again. I just needed it for this Blu-ray haul. Yeah. See you guys next. Because I was going to talk for a while, so I was just like, relax. Yeah, this was a long video. But I knew it was going to be long when making it. Don't know how I'm going to export this, but I'll do my best. Hopefully it'll be still 720. I think it'd be funny if this wasn't 720 pixels and it was like 360 because sometimes I have to export videos like the trip video is a lower frame, it's a lower pixel, it has worse pixelation than other videos because it was like an hour and a half long. If I really wanted to make that video happen, you gotta cut stuff. So yeah, see you guys next time and bye.